back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
To a very special episode of Cup of Meat Productions. 25 years, 48 hours.
Or less in this case.
We have done it again. The challenge was posed for a 48-hour film. We delivered in excess.
Not the band.
I was going to go with the and nothing involved autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's even better. Yeah. I mean, dark, but better. It's been enough time.
More apropos. And it actually would have been true, though, because it turns out that that's what we did make a film.
Yeah, my whole weekend had none of that, so there you go.
If that camera wasn't rolling, baby, I was up in the closet.
That's normal for you, isn't it?
Indeed.
All right.
This is our 2026 entry into the Kickoff 48.
Ooh, the global.
A global event.
Global.
The second annual global Kickoff 48.
Yep.
This is the remote oddball competition that they've thrown into the mix.
Yep.
And we decided to do this one to supplement the LA 48, which we'll be doing later this year.
Yeah, this took over for the National Film Challenge, which was something that had been done and we've been part of for many years. And instead of, with all the Oconus type of contestants, they decided to go global on this one, which makes sense. It's a lot of submissions, I bet. And I think I can't argue. It works.
Yeah. So a fully remote competition. And we decided to do it bi-coastal.
Ooh. How many coasts is that, Bob?
3.
Oh, bi-coastal. Okay.
So neither of us traveled for this one, which we've done before.
Mm-hmm.
We've done these virtual competitions several times.
Yeah.
We've talked about them on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed to up the ante.
As we do.
As one does. So we had put a call out for actors to participate, and decided that we would do a film broken up into 2 parts, where I would film a part here.
Yep. And
with the actors that were coming.
And I would film a part here with whatever I got.
With all of the fine talent that wanted to come
to
help out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got excuses from many people who, I don't mind. That's the way it is. We don't give them a lot of leeway, only about a month. But they're immovable objects, so it's all good.
So you got lucky because none of the actors could participate. But you did get a Cup of Meat first.
Yes, a director of photography. So I was able to, we're starting to work with this one director of photography, Sean Nguyen, and he made a difference. Certainly he made it possible for me to do what I wanted to do on East Coast.
Yes. He brought at least the extra set of hands to hold the camera.
He did better than that, though, yeah.
So this was a stupid idea.
A stupid idea, which is what we do well with, right? We start with a stupid idea, and then sometimes really cool things come of it. Sometimes they don't. But in general...
I don't know what came of this.
Me neither. I'm not really sure. In fact, I'm trying to remember, did I like it? Did I not like it? I do know that if I were to do it again, I would do things differently.
So we're recording this less than 2 weeks out from the production weekend, which is always an interesting time because with every one of our films, I go through a cycle where I've got all the adrenaline of the weekend and Sunday and everything. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. And then wake up Monday and think back and think, God, that was horrible.
Yeah.
And then it has to slowly come back out.
Yeah. I have a similar pattern, but at a different time than you. I have a slightly different time with you. By the time I watch it on Sunday night, I hate it. And then I have to get back into liking it, right? And then time goes by, and then I really like it. I mean, at least for some of them. Some of them I love from the moment I watched them on Sunday night. Love them.
Well, and I think these reviews that we've been doing has been an interesting addition to the cycle.
Absolutely.
Because there were so many of the films that we've made that in my head I'm like, oof, I don't like that. And yet I've enjoyed watching every film we've watched so far.
Every film, absolutely. Even ones I was a little bit worried about.
And I think that means we've been successful because we only make films for us to enjoy.
And I think that's a very good point. We've succeeded beyond what we really have considered in the past, right? Because previously we made a film self-referential or whatever to make us happy making the film. Now we're making a film to make us happy watching it years in the future. That's success. I mean, Oscars, yes. Emmys, yes. Grammys, yes. Cup of Meat success. We wanted to see our own films. I think we've reached the pinnacle of Cup of Meat success.
If only we had put aside some money 25 years ago in a certain stock that could have grown to the point where today we could be paying ourselves what we're actually worth.
If only. If only.
So the film we're going to be watching today is the result of this arguably failed experiment. And I think it will be interesting to see as we watch it, what do we think?
Yep. I think.
So this is Man, a film in two stories.
You're late, Catherine.
The lobby security held me up. They asked if I was your delivery.
You are, in a way. You're going to be his voice. If we want the future to understand the epoch of the algorithm, we need more than an article. We need to give them him.
Is he in there?
Oh, yes. Behold, he's sitting perfectly upright, holding his breath in the dark. He has to.
So this first story is what I shot here in California. Our longtime friends and partners, Heather and George Livingood, traveled here from their house out in the desert to help out. And this is, I think, a very Cup of Meat story that I put together here.
Yes.
It looks like a Cup of Meat film. It sounds like a Cup of Meat film. So we'll have to see where it goes. This is my homage to The Elephant Man. We'll get to see the Cup of Meat spin we had on it. I think that this shot, which was it's supposed to evoke the shot on the cover of the David Lynch film of the Elephant Man in his hood, I think didn't accomplish that. I think he looks like a hostage in the Middle East.
If his spine deviates by a degree, he's nothing more than a heap on the floor.
Does he ever take it off?
Why would he want to? With me, he's a work of art. Before I found him in that dirty basement sideshow, he was just a man. Go on. Say hello. Through the door.
Hello. The world will remember your name. I'll make sure of it.
I am the hot dog, watermelon, butterfinger.
I depart.
Hot dog, watermelon, butterfinger man. So let's just go over a little bit of how we got here. Ron and I said, how about we write 2 separate stories and we'll see where they could possibly connect. And we talked and I said, oh, okay, I'm going to write a pretty straightforward thing. And Ron said, I'm going to be doing an homage to the Elephant Man. And I said, awesome. So I'll do one that's kind of simple and down to earth, and you'll do one that's fantastical. And together there'll be a dichotomy of styles, and it should work greatly. And here we are.
I depart as an air. I shake my white locks at the runaway sun. I effuse my flesh in eddies and drift it in lacy jags. Should I keep going?
Can't believe they did this. Nights, weekends, endless time. It's gone, done.
And now we take a 90-degree turn.
Maybe 180? A lot
for
of
story
degrees.
2.
Yeah. Yeah. An interesting, totally different story.
I think they're nearly the same.
Well, I think in the end, there's a little bit of a tie-in, and I like it in some ways. So, this one utilized in-car photography a lot, which was only possible because of Sean Nguyen's ability to be part of this and figure it out and do what he needed to do, and sit in the side seat and then the back seat and then whatever needed to be done. The intent of the vehicle was the driving was sort of a purgatory of sorts, until he figured out what he was going to do. But we had only done a couple other driving shots before, really. And, which is kind of interesting because I have a lot of cars and I do a lot of car things, but we don't use a lot of cars in Cup of Meat. There's a couple, like in Blur, there's the car and in the beginning of Walter Fisher. But other than that, not a lot. So it was kind of interesting to do a different type of thing. We didn't, new thing to us. Plus, he was able to capture, with good lighting, etc. So it was nice.
Hey, Allison. It's Frank. Remember me from the old days back at Space Tech?
Frank, it's great to hear from you.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard Steve is a VP over at Tutu's company now.
Interesting, very interesting. That's good to know. So I'm out of a job. I know of anything?
Ouch. I'm sorry, Frank. We have nothing for anyone who isn't an AI prompt writer. I had to let all my senior staff go.
Frank Johnson?
Yes, thank you for calling.
Okay, so what happened here? Let's just be clear about what happened here, right?
Set up the framework.
So, Ron and I wrote 2 sides of a phone conversation without knowing what the other one was going to be talking about or doing. on purpose.
I gave you prompts.
You said something, something, something. Yes, absolutely. It was a basic thing of this and
Answer
that.
this, respond to this.
Yep. Which we did. We held to our rubric, and this is what we got.
Which made no sense in the end, but thus served as a nice connective tissue for the film.
Through time and space.
With Frederick on his Victorian balcony.
On his cell phone.
With the steam just in the background, talking on his cell phone. Calling you in your car and offering you a job because of the great work that you did on Bleach Blasters.
Beach Blasters, my favorite job.
Bleach Blasters.
Oh, it was Bleach Blasters.
Now I don't know what take I caught. He did say beach a couple times, but it was Bleach Blasters.
Okay, wow.
I
don't even know what that is.
I envision Bleach Blasters as a reality show based on hotel housekeepers on spring break.
Okay, I thought it was Beach Blasters, so I was thinking it was a reality show about the beach and spring break. So I believe that.
Well,
Bleach Blasters, I think of as some sort of marketing campaign for a household cleaning project.
No, it was a reality show with hotel maids.
Of course it was.
This is Frederick. Yes, I've seen what you did for Beach Blasters. I need someone who doesn't see a human rights violation.
Okay, but it's an entry-level position. Yeah, I am willing to take an entry-level position with a cut in salary.
I'm sorry, that will not fly for me right now. Maybe next time.
Okay, here we go.
Frank!
Hey, Steve. How you doing? I hear you're a bigwig up there at Talus. You got any use for a guy like me?
Seriously? Frank, you're a dinosaur. Give it up.
So, you were not able to secure any local talent.
Nope.
But California came through.
As they always do.
Lori and Matt were available to do some remote work for us. And they both make cameo appearances in this to tell you how much of a dinosaur you are.
How much of a loser I am. They do a great job of that. And I think this is the important one, right? That he thought he had something, maybe, the first one let him down, then the second one possible, no, and then the third one was the nail in the coffin that he shouldn't even bother. He shouldn't even try.
Pack it in.
Pack it in.
Done.
Give up, old man. Dinosaur.
Just give it up. I've got to go.
Drone.
Lovely drone work from our new friend, Sean.
Yep. Yeah, he did nicely job. Nice job. He was like a Mavic. I forgot which one he had. Air, I think.
Now, I will say I think you put together a lovely little story.
Yeah. It was simple.
Required element, can of sardines picked up. Lovely little story. Now, the only critique is I gave you your final shot, and you chose not to do it.
It's true. I was under the, how should I say, mistaken impression that we were going to have, like I mentioned, two alternatingly, shockingly different films, yours being wild and extravagant and crazy, and mine being more straightforward and down to earth, thus having that swap back and forth.
I don't know what's more straightforward and down to earth than the suggested shot. Picture this.
Picture.
A drone shot of a can of sardines close up that then pulls back to reveal Eric laying spread eagle naked in a field with the can of sardines covering his junk. That drone shot would pull back wide. The music would swell. Straightforward and down to earth.
I saw your new sketch, the bird. Its wings are hot dog links. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. And the most beautiful.
Catherine, stop wasting your breath. The analytics are cratering. You've softened him. He's losing his edge. He's thinking too much. Just look at him. Look at him now.
I'm the watermelon Butterfinger hot dog man. I am the watermelon Butterfinger hot dog man.
The grand reveal.
With the curtains
the
that pull
watermelon
back.
hot dog Butterfinger man.
Oh my God!
Brilliantly played by my son Trey, who was able to work up a single tear.
I was saddened.
The inspiration for this comes from an actual real person on the interwebs, whose thing is he films videos in the front seat of his car where he shoves random things onto his head, he rubber bands things to his head, and says or sings what his name is. I'm the watermelon hot dog Butterfinger man. When I saw him, I said, that's the Elephant Man story right there.
Oh, so good. So good.
I will say we are now still got 2.5 minutes left in this film. This is some areas where I just ran out of time in editing. That the shot of him putting the iPad in, the tracking on that never worked. It's a horrible shot. It's something that when we probably release this as a main video, it will be fixed. But the grand reveal.
Watermelon Butterfinger hot dog man.
Frederick, this is horrific. He's a person. And he's trying to tell me he loves me through the only language you've left him.
Love. Catherine, please. You've fallen for a freak. A biological glitch that we turned into a gold mine. And that mine has run dry. At high tide tomorrow, we're going to the beach for the last baptism.
You'll kill him. The weight. When that watermelon fills with water, it'll snap his neck.
Then we'll have the most viral obituary in history. Think of the legacy, Catherine. It will be the only thing in your time capsule anybody cares about.
My character for this was the day-to-day normal thing of a time capsule curator.
Yep, everybody's got that in their repertoire. It's not hard to find. I mean, you just look. Oh, there's one over there, I bet.
I will once again voice my annoyance that the required elements were always intended as things that you'd put in your film to ensure that you produced it during the weekend. They were innocuous. They were things you could easily put in a background shot. whatever. So much now, they are dictating the terms of the film with some of their choices. How do you have a time capsule curator as a non-pivotal part of your film?
You'd have to explain it, right? If you brought it in as just a character on a regular film, you'd have to find a way to explain it. Otherwise, it would completely be well, this doesn't make any sense.
It's easy for us because we kind of made it work, but God knows we would just stick it in with a sign that says time capsule curator with somebody waving in the background.
That's right. Right.
And that would probably be, you would be like, oh, okay, it's another cup of meat thing. But the young kids who are trying to make a serious film,
yeah, the ones who are good at it,
they're forced to make a very limited set of films.
Time capsule curator.
I guarantee there's going to be a lot of films where there's going to be something that happens in the past and then they're going to jump to the future because they're going to open up the time capsule. There's a lot of stuff where there's this big dramatic thing and they're going to put something in the time capsule that the person's going to open in the future. If you want to actually make a real film and actually include the character, I just don't think you can make it a background.
Do you hear that? Your girlfriend's gonna save you. She thinks there's a man under all that. But we know different, don't we?
Don't listen to him. Tomorrow when we get to the sand, I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take that thing off your head and we're just going to run. No more watermelons, no more cameras, just us. Does that sound good?
I am not an algorithm. I am a man.
Look at him. Just look at him. You'll want to turn away. You'll want to call it cruelty. You may think me a villain for not letting him be normal. But normal is a slow death in a cubicle. I gave him a crown and made him a king. I knew the cost of turning a man into a masterpiece. I tried to take the high road, but there were tolls.
As we referenced several times as we were going through this, this is a long film.
Way too long.
This film comes in at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Can I ask you, Eric, what's the maximum length a film can be to be
Golly
considered?
gee, Ron, if you were to check the rule book, it's 7 minutes plus 1 minute of credits.
This film is the first time we've entered a film that we know is going to be disqualified.
Ting! Yep, we did it, but at the time, there was no cutting it down enough.
It going long is not an unusual thing for our films. It's fine. We shoot long. We've made tough decisions to cut scenes. Yep. I've done clever editing tricks to condense dialogue. This film was going to be 9 minutes. There was no way around it.
Yep.
And so
that's what happens when you retell the story of the Elephant Man.
The story of the hot dog, watermelon, Butterfinger Man needed to be told.
It needed to be told.
And it needed to be told in conjunction with a film that had almost nothing to do with it.
Practically nothing. You're 100% right. God bless him. God bless the hot dog, watermelon, Butterfinger Man. May he forever live on in that time capsule, curated so well. So well.
So that was Man, a film in 2 stories. Don't know what the title is supposed to mean. Don't care. It was a stupid idea for us to do that ultimately produced probably not one film that's good. I think it produced 2 separate films that were good.
Yeah.
But what's the opposite of synergy? When you put 2 things together, they become dramatically less than the sum of their parts.
2 cats in a bag.
No. That just sounds like a good time on a Friday night.
What is the opposite of synergy?
It's never existed because we're the first people to ever do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Grindhouse and Planet Terror, 2 separate films that work better together.
The interwebs calls antagonism as an opposite meaning of synergy, but that's not what happened here.
No, we took 2 films that were pretty good, and we put them together, and somehow some of that goodness just disappeared in ones and zeros.
Contradiction, maybe?
I don't think the word exists because I think we're the first people to ever do it.
I think we're inventing something new today here. It's never been done before.
It was fun.
It was fun, of course.
It was real fun.
It was real fun, yeah.
And but I think it's going to be more fun in a few months when we're able to do a film together, live and in person.
Yep, it'll be fun.
Maybe we'll have actors. Maybe we won't.
Well, the actors say they're interested in doing it, right? I already talked to 3 of them. 4 of the 3 of them. Matt can't because he's moving to back east. So I got a couple options too as well. Maybe we can get that son of yours who's big in movie business to be part of this one again.
He's going to be out doing paid work. I'm not paying him enough. Roof over his head ain't worth nearly what it used to be. Thank you everyone for joining this rambling special episode of our show.
Yeah.
We'll be back 2 weeks. I don't know when this is coming out, therefore I don't know what's coming next.
Yeah, but I like that one.
For your regularly expected film about one of the films that we haven't watched yet. As always, it's a pleasure, Eric, spending time with you here today. And
you, Ron. Such pleasantries today. It's, perhaps, dare I say, a leaf turned over?
You know, the opposite of that leaf is a big old fuck you.
Perfect.